Hey guys, Nutty Gaming It here. Finally, we reached that one defeat. Obviously bound to happen along the road, and we're not gonna let it fucking get to us. I mean, hey man, it's one loss, you know, fucking shit happens. Anyway, jumping straight back in, a team that looks a little bit more defeatable, and hopefully I'll actually play it right this time, since in all honesty, I did fuck up a little bit. Granted, he's got a Shaman and a Jirachi, so probably kind of a little bit more annoying. Expecting possibly a Donphan lead, if not Jirachi. Going straight into Azov anyway, because he's just the best lead in this situation, in pretty much most situations, unless they were going to run something like, I don't know, a Sandstorm team, maybe. Even then, unless his lead was obviously, like, nothing and is annoying for setup, maybe something like for a Rain Dance team, where Donphan might be a little bit more useful because he can just tank physical moves from, say, like a Politoed or whatever, but that, you know, in very specific cases. Showdown servers being unbelievably slow. I'm just gonna start that timer while I wait. Anyhow, well, God, I'm not sure if it's the Showdown servers or if it is this guy, either or. Either way, Donphan lead, possible Jirachi lead, anything else I'll be a little bit unsure about. I mean, I guess he could start with Shaman, but I don't see what potential it comes with. Honchkrow, possibly, but only because he thinks I'm picking like Donphan, or sorry, Milotech, because he might think I'll lead with Donphan to try and get like a cheap KO. And maybe if he thinks I'm gonna start Azov, he'll go Honchkrow. No, like but as I say, I think he'll be more interested in his own leads than he will be taking out mine, because you know his will be more useful for when his sweepers come out. Same for my situation. However, you know, it's just depending on how this guy wants to play it. 90 seconds left on the timer because this guy wants to take the time. So since I got to bloody wait, which, you know, ain't my greatest suit, I thought I might as well give a little, I don't want to say give a little story of some kind, but, you know, then I sit here and I'm like, oh, let's think of a story. And I can't think of one, because, you know, I don't fucking leave my house, therefore I don't get to see much, and yeah, you know, great storytelling. Yeah, so can't really say that I can fucking tell a good story, in all honesty. This guy is taking his fucking sweet ass time. 40 seconds left on the clock. I guess he just doesn't want to fucking take his turn, maybe. I ain't fucking leaving. I don't have a choice. Also, you might be wondering, how did I only lose 4 LP? Or LP, that's not what I meant. Elo. Fucking hell, about time. That's the Jirachi start, alright. How did I only lose 4 Elo for the last game? Remember, I won one in between and we didn't do the updating. So, anyway, Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock start. Stealth Rock into Taunt, just to see what he's got to deal with. Straight big Taunt, really, because he's just going to use Iron Head. There's no point in going into Taunt. I could use Knockoff, but probably unnecessary. He's definitely going to use Iron Head and he's faster. So I really just got Stealth Rocks off because of that. That is a physical, fairly physical Jirachi. EQ might be a good choice. Yeah, he fucking predicted. Alright, I should have saw that coming. Gonna go for Ice Shard just to maybe get freeze hacks. Oh wow, I do believe that's enough damage to, yeah, that is enough. Even, yep. Alright, if he doesn't swap out, he's dead. He swaps out into Donphan. However, Ice Shard is still kind of super effective against Donphan. Donphan versus Donphan, he's probably going to go for Rapid Spin. I'm just going to EQ him. He's going to use his own Stealth Rocks. This is going to be a Rapid Spin fight in a second, because I don't want rocks up against me if I decide to switch out, and neither does he. So I'm going to use EQ again. He'll probably use rocks. And then... No no. Wow, this guy's downfall must be the same as mine. Except mine's quicker, apparently. Oh, the swap out Milo Tech. Alright, he's definitely gonna go for his shit here. So I'm gonna use rocks, assuming I can survive a scald. Yes. Just. I'm not gonna survive another one though. So I'm gonna use Ice Shard to get off the last little bits of damage I can. This guy probably would have been useful for later on against that Haunch Crow, but in all honesty, I'm pretty sure my Pokemon can just help me deal with it from this point on. Anyway, we're gonna go straight into Energy Ball. Probably a swap out just because of the fact that, wow, no, I guess people just don't expect it. The burn comes out, that's kind of annoying. Get the Spadef, I get the Spadef drop on him. Another Energy Ball should be able to do it, in all honesty, after the Spadef drop. The swap out does actually come this time, however. Energy Ball is resisted. I'm going to use more Spadef drop. Really useful, though. He did probably swap out because of the Spadef drop and nothing else. Ooh, fucking Iron Head, super effective. Didn't even fucking think about that. Alright, kind of got outplayed there. This is, as I said, defensive, but he does have the Spadef drop on him. Hopefully I can hit up the flinch, of course. Jirachi. Ah, flinch again. Fuck Jirachi, man. Jirachi is broken as shit. If I get flinched, I swear, like, this Pokemon is a piece of shit. It just flinches you all the time because of Searing Grace. And if I do lose to this Jirachi, I'm definitely putting one on my team as an addition, because it'll bring me up to my second loss, and it'll all be because this fucking thing just flinches me every turn. However, I think he's gonna go for a swap out Milotic, not Milotic, fucking Donphan is a pretty good choice. However, I get the burn. I am actually gonna swap out back into Goodra because no matter what he's the Ice Shard. Alright, yeah, this is running the exact same thing I am. Alright, it's dead, however, and Entei didn't take any damage. That can all be taken out, and that thing, after Rock's damage, considering it's weak, I believe it should be alright. So Sacred Fire is what I'm going to go for, and hope that the stab gives me enough to kill it. However, I did miss, and Power Gem will bring me to 1 HP. If this thing outspeeds me, which it didn't, and I don't kill it, so I've lost again. Right, yeah, GG. Fuck Jirachi. That's upsetting. I mean, now that's 2 losses down, so you know, things are getting a little bit harder. But really, what you saw is, and just give me a sec while I check my elo. Damn, that's a fair drop. Like, oh well, that's no, we'll deal with it. You know, climbing a rank 1 isn't gonna be easy. 2 losses now, but it'll be fine. We will, however, make an addition to the team in switching out one of these Pokemon for Jirachi. Maybe Azelf. His usefulness has been there, but other than that, he's kind of just a suicide lead. And I mean, as much as he's done a lot for the team, a lot more could be probably done by a Jirachi. Saying that, Mega Alakazam hasn't came through too great either, so we will see what happens. I am going to make some renditions to the team and see what we can do and bring this thing back up to scratch, because as we're getting into a little bit of the tougher elo, and I say it's really low still, but it's kind of, you know, it's where people start to realize what's actually happening. The matches will be a little bit longer, and probably there'll be a lot more predictions against me, and therefore I have to do a lot of counter predicts, which can go on you believe. It's like, oh well, if I predict him, and then if I predict him predicting me, but what if he predicts me predicting him predicting me? You know, it could go on a long time, so it kind of comes down to just guessing what their best choice would be based on the move sets of the Pokemon. And yeah, alright. So obviously, you know, like I'm not gonna go on for fucking ever about explaining how this thing works. If you already know, then you're like, oh, for God's sake. And if you don't, then maybe you don't care. And if you are interested, then, you know, maybe fucking leave a comment and I'll do videos on that shit, because I did have a little bit series about like how competitive Pokemon works, but you know, I kind of stopped for stuff, and I might bring it back. Who knows? Anyway, guys, after that rambling, I'm gonna leave you be now. So Have a nice day and see you guys later.